Look, I'm really worried about our state at the moment. I've been worried about Victoria for quite some years, but there are more examples emerging of how we just normalise law breaking, how people and groups openly flout our laws and yet receive absolutely no consequences. Now, the latest example is the Hells Angels motorcycle or bikie club in Alphington. For years now, it has been illegal to describe or to use bikie colours. So you're not supposed to have a leather vest or a leather jacket with Hells Angels or Bandidos or whatever on it. And you're certainly not supposed to have a giant sign on the gates outside the clubhouse, as has occurred in Alphington. And to this, I add so many other examples. Like, for years now we've been talking about illegal tobacco and vape shops. The Federal Health Minister, Mark Butler, says it's illegal. The state government agrees it's illegal. And yet you can still buy illegal tobacco and illegal vapes on pretty much every street corner. It's just illegality in our faces. No one does anything. Or how about this? The other day I was on Brunswick Street in Fitzroy. And I was about to cross the road and I looked to my right, as Hector the road safety cat used to tell us, and I almost got skittled by an e-scooter. Now, why? Because the e-scooter was travelling on the wrong side of the road. It was travelling as though it was, America, on the right side of the road, not the left. And I might add the e-scooter rider wasn't wearing a helmet. He was at least in the sort of bike lane. But the point is he was driving on the wrong side of the road and within 100 metres of the local police station. No one cares. He obviously does it because he thinks, well, I'm not going to get arrested. I'm not going to get pulled over. If I want to drive or ride on the right-hand side of the road, why shouldn't I? To which I always say, well, you know what? I think our speed limits are absurdly low. As I've said in the past, I think we should be allowed to drive, 130 k's an hour on the Hume, as they do in the Northern Territory. But we're not allowed to. So I don't do it because I know that if I do it, I'll be picked up by, a speed camera, I'll be fined, and I'll probably lose my licence. And yet it pees me off when I look around. So whether it's Hells Angels openly displaying their colours, which is illegal, or whether it's shops that are fronts for criminal gangs making millions of dollars on smuggled illegal cigarettes and vapes, I think, well, that, and then you've got e-scooters and e-bikes riding on the wrong side of the road, riding on footpaths, not wearing helmets, etc., 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 and no one does anything. Now, it's called the broken window syndrome. In the late 90s in New York City, they had a real crime problem. And they said, you know what, we're not just going to go after the serious criminals, we'll start at the bottom. They took the view that serious criminals usually graduate from small-time criminals. So if you punish people for small issues, like smashing a window, then maybe they won't graduate to be, murderers or something like that. We have too many laws that get broken in Victoria with absolutely no consequences. And to this we might add, well, look at all the young people who get charged with all sorts of offences and get let out on bail over and over again. Because there are no consequences for many different crimes in this state, crime is going on unchecked. Now, it's time we got tough. Again, I don't speed on the road, even though I think I should be able to drive faster, because it is against the law. And there are definite consequences because you can stick up speed cameras everywhere. But as I said, it upsets me. If bikie gangs could openly display their club colours, which is against the law, if millions of dollars could be made by criminal gangs by selling illegal cigarettes and vapes, if e-scooters and e-bikes can ride on the footpath, or as I saw the other day, ride on the wrong side of the road and do it with impunity, well, then what other laws are we allowed to break?